Being able to hit a draw with your driver is one of the most sought after things in golf. This is going to give you some really simple tips to start getting you hitting nice high, soft draws with your driver. So let's talk about what needs to happen in order to hit a draw on a consistent basis. If these orange lines point down the line of the target where you want your ball to finish, we need that club to approach the ball from inside that target line, and it's travelling slightly outside the target line. So it's moving from in to out, and then we need the club face to be slightly closed to that swing path, but not too closed. If we come from the inside and the face is really closed, that ball would still launch left and it would become a pull hook. So for a rough point of reference, we want that club head to approach from the inside. See, it travels out towards the outside stick. So it's travelling from in to out. We need that club face to point in the middle of the two sticks at point of impact. So the is travelling from in to out. The face is only slightly closed. That's enough to get the ball launching in between here, launching to the right of target, but then moving back towards the target. And this is absolutely fundamental in order to hit a draw. We need that in to out path, and we need that face slightly closed. And I keep saying slightly closed because very closed will get that ball travelling far too much to the left. You're going to hit pulls and pull hooks, so you have to have it slightly closed. So, what's the best way of getting the path in a really good place? A lot of this is going to come from a really good setup. So when we're setting up to the ball, what we want is an upper body that is slightly closed, pointing to the right. If we think about Ben Hogan's technique, Ben Hogan wanted us, the longer the club, the more closed we would be. The shorter the club, the more open we'll be. And really the whole point in that, the reason for being more closed is when we put the ball further forward in our stance, we hit the ball later in the arc. The swing direction is more likely to be to the left. So by closing off the upper body, and the upper body being your shoulders, your forearms, your rib cage, by closing off the upper body and pointing it more to the right, you preset that into out swing path. You make it a lot more likely to happen. So imagine we've still got this stick down. I want you to start pointing your upper body more to the right. Also, if we go from player cam here, we don't want the golf ball too far forward in the stance. If we have the ball, say we had the ball outside the front foot, that would mean we are going to hit it, if we imagine a sort of semi-circle here, the further forward we put it, the more likely the club is to travel out to in. The further back, we hit it earlier in the semicircle, and we're more likely to have an in to out swing path. So, in terms of ball position, it doesn't necessarily have to be inside the left heel. It can, if you want to draw the ball, be slightly inside the left heel. Once we've got that set up, the next thing that I want you to think about is the depth of your hands. And what I mean by that is when you swing back, if you were to swing the hand straight up, you would have no depth. If you were to swing the hands around your pocket and way behind your body, you'd have too much depth. The ideal amount that we're looking for is when you make your backswing, and we're going to put this stick down as a reference, we want the hands and the butt end of the golf club to be in line with the right heel. If you can get a good amount of hand depth, you're going to get a good amount of body rotation, and you're also going to make it a lot more likely that you hit that ball from the inside. And then from there, once we've got that closed upper body, once we've got a good amount of depth, which is really important, I want you to think about closing the club face. Really, really important. We want that club face to close over. So make sure it's not looking something like this up at the top. We don't want the toe to hang down, in which case you might need to opt for a stronger grip or more flexion in the left wrist to get that face closing. So that's something just to look out for. But assume that that's in a good position. We then want the club face to start to twist down towards the ground and to the left. Down towards the ground and to the left. or that's the feeling. It's going to feel like as we're coming through that we are going to turn and shake hands with the target. So we're going to do this. We're going to allow that face to close. Allow that face to close. Whilst not spinning. We don't want to spin. That would get the path moving from out to in. So this way, this way, this way. Again, this way. So that's the feeling. We've got the upper body closed. Shake hands with the target. Shake hands with the target. Don't hold that face open. Shake hands with the target. Upper body closed. Hands are deep. Shake hands with the target. Perfect recipe for a draw. Caught it a little bit off the toe, but we did get that right to left shape. So it's a fantastic way to get that face closing, and we only need to do it a small amount. And finish this off with a drill that I really like if you're trying to hit a draw. If you're off grass, what we want to do is place that stick in the ground over the top of the golf ball. So we're going to stick it in the ground over the top of the ball. Hopefully it's not -2, so it makes it a little bit easier to do. But you can do that on grass, or if you're on the range, you can put that stick through a basket. You can put it through a basket and that will do the exact same thing for you if you're practicing inside. And what I want you to try and do is get the feeling and the repetition of the club moving from low and from the inside. Low from the inside. If you want to make this harder, you can move that stick over a little bit. You can maybe even point that stick out to the right. Let's make this a little bit harder. Make it a little bit lower. So this is honestly a fantastic drill. Obviously, if you're coming over the top, if you're swinging from out to in, you're going to hit that stick. So we want to get the feeling, the upper body closed. We've got that depth that we were talking about. That should make it easy to miss the stick, easy to hit the ball from the inside, and easy to draw. So guys, if you're new to the channel, please do click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and even click that bell so you're first to know about the new videos that come out every single week. Comment down below which driver shot shape you have. Even comment down below what driver you're using. And if you have any questions about how to hit a draw, pop those down. Check out the description link if you would like a free golf lesson with me via the Skillest app. You'll see it here just on the screen. All you need to do is go to that description, click the link, follow me on the app, and then from there I will tell you how to get a free lesson with me. So go and start hitting some draws, and I'll see you next time on the channel.